want to keep something you are looking forward to. Career planning development, we come to a point and say, you need to start your career planning now. And then your next question is, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what position the market is available. How am I going to plan myself? And then you will ask again, why should I plan? If I study engineering, then upon graduate, there must be a long list of engineering job posted on the university so that I can apply. Why should I plan myself? If I study marketing, there must be a long list of marketing job for me to apply. Or if there's not a long list, at least I can go to South China Morning Post or Jobs DB or blah 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 to look for the job available for marketing students. Why should I need to plan myself? And my experience told me that if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. You are painting yourself to the corner. Did you ever heard from your senior, your 師兄 and 師姐 saying that I found this is not the job for me, then I switch to the other job 2 years or 1 year after they apply the first job? They always switching to a job because they didn't plan, and then they waste their first year or second year in the job. And luckily you can find a good job after you try or you try your probation period, you find this is not your job for me, and luckily you can find the other job, but unluckily sometimes you will feel frustrated. You don't know why. Your boss didn't like you, you cannot do your good job, you don't know why. And then you switch to the other industry or whatsoever. So before you make your decision of your career plan, you must plan yourself. And then the next question will come, and how am I going to plan? How should I start? And then Janet told me that, or Janet always remarked that I like to tell a story. And this is another story. I think you all know this story. You know her? Alice in the Wonderland. One day Alice got lost, and she bumped into the big rabbit with the snowball, with the club. And Alice said, well, look at, okay, Mr. Rabbit, can you show me the way? Mr. Rabbit, what? I just want to get out from here. Which way you want to? I don't care, I just want to get out from here. And the rabbit tried to calm her down. Okay, Alice, tell me, where are you going to? Where do you want to go to? I don't care, I just want to get out from here. And then that rabbit will say, in that case, it doesn't matter which way you take. Sounds familiar? At your final year, I just want to graduate, I just want to get a job. Then any job will do for you, right? You must tell yourself which way I want to go before you decide, or where I want to go before you decide which path to take. So, to start planning, you need to decide where you want to stay yourself over there. Or how I want myself to be in the future time. I want to be the CEO of an airline company, or I want to be the financial director of a hotel industry, or I want to be the CTO like Michael. You need to ask yourself first. Decide your destination first before you take which path. Otherwise, you are taking a very, very intricate path, and you are getting nowhere. Again, you may raise another question. Today, the world is changing rapidly. Even though I said I want to be the CEO, I want to start my own website, the world is changing. Maybe tomorrow or 10 years down the road, there's no more internet. I don't know. Then how am I going to plan myself? without knowing very clearly what the world looks like. Difficult. I must tell you, it is very, very difficult. The good point about difficulty is what? You find difficult, then I will say, congratulations. You find difficult. Because that kind of difficulty will rule out your competitor. You find difficult, he or she will find similar difficult. If you are able to navigate through it, then your competitor will be ruled out. Then you love a difficult world, right? I remember when in my age, the world is changing. It's about the time of when Hong Kong is about hand over to mainland China. Nobody knows what happened or what will happen. Today I know, but at my age when I was year 3, I don't know what will happen. And I try to plan, I try to research, and I decide for a strategy for myself. Subtle spaceship. I decided to take this strategy. You know what strategy subtle spaceship is applying? The strategy is called cost correction. Cost, C-O-U-R-S-E, cost correction. That is to say, subtle spaceship does not have a rigid path to go to Mars. They only have a destination without defining the path. And then the spaceman will drive towards that destination. Whenever there are satellite coming, they will try to escape from it. They correct the course correction. They try to use the steering wheel to change different direction without losing sight of the big picture. Now, this is the strategy that I took at the time. At the time when Hong Kong is talking about migrating back to mainland China, I was thinking engineering could be in a difficult time because Hong Kong does not have a good situation to move towards very mature industry development. And then I think, okay, without industrial development, what could Hong Kong do? Hong Kong is small, people are smart, but we are crowded, and information is free flow. And I'm thinking, it must be something like servicing industry. We use our talent to serve the public. I was thinking that way. Now, I will tell you I was wrong. Later. I'll tell you later. Today I look back, I was wrong. I was wrong at the time. But that doesn't really matter. I think Hong Kong is so small, but it sits on a very good time zone. With so many smart people, information free flow, I'm thinking, financial market or financial services should be a very good industry. So I decided to take banking. So I decided my target. And what path did I take? I need to do course correction. I was taking engineering subjects, and to me, engineering subjects are very, very easy to me at the time. I think it's easy. So in my spare time, I skip lecture. Should I not encourage them to skip lecture? Of course, I should not encourage you to skip lecture without a purpose. Without a reason, you should not skip lecture. At the time, I have a very good reason. I skip lecture and I go to what we call in Hong Kong, you know, there's a program called BBA, Business Administration. I sit at the lecture hall to listen to the banking lecture, economic and finance. Do you think they will notice me? No, because so many people come and go. Even the lecturers does not recognize whether I'm from engineering or not. I sit there, I humbly sit there. I'm not making noises. I'm not fussy. I humbly sit there. Every lecture I sit there and listen to how they talk about banking. And to certain extent, I feel quite comfortable. I know the concept of banking already. And then I apply for banking job. Apply for banking job is one step only. There are some side effort I need to make. For every career talk by banks and financial institutions, I went to those career talk. You know career talk. Company will send the HR manager to talk about their company, and you are most welcome to join a company. Every career talk I joined, and I sit here, right in front of the lecture hall, in a position where the speaker can notice me. Not just that. I raise my hand and ask questions. Normally, the HR manager will talk about the company and blah, 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 on the common procedure, we know that. Any question from the floor, and then I raise my hand in front of all the BBA people. You know what happened? They say, who are you? Who are you? You know, you have to stand this kind of pressure. You know, the difficulty. And then, yes, question, welcome. And then the first statement I make is, my name is Benny Yim. I came from engineering faculty. And then, I only want to ask one question, one and only one question. I want to ask, did your bank did not allow engineering graduates to apply management trainee? You know what? Normally, HR manager will answer. Oh, of course not. We are open to any faculty. HR manager behave like that. Okay, I got my answer. Then I left the room. And all the people making big fuss here. And then when they invite for application, I submit my CV and submit my letter through the school bureaucracies. If I was lucky, I was being invited for interview, and if I was so lucky, the interviewer is the HR director, then I am in good fortune. I would say, "Hi, I'm Benny. Do you still remember me?" This is very hard to stand up from the crowd. You know, normally HR director will read some 15 to 20 CVs only. And he started with thousands, millions, thousands, 10,000s of CVs. They screen through you. Of course, you need to write very good CV, good letter. If you are lucky, then you are grateful, and you're grateful to the HR director, then you are lucky. Then you give a very, very good impression. And the rest of the journey, you need to prepare yourself well to convince him you are there for that. Course correction, you must have a destination for yourself first, and then you try to take which path. Normally, in my time, I was quite lucky because the economy is developing steadily. What situation is today? What situation is today? The economic environment or the job market is developing, but in a very fussy way. Very, very fussy, right? So you may argue strongly, Benny, the market is so fussy, how can I plan a target? I can't even have a target for myself, it's changing so rapidly. Then I want to tell you, you know what I mean? The wave will rule your competitors. You must love it. The more difficult, the more challenging the situation, the better you are if you are well prepared. They never want me to share with you people my journey to, after I start my first job, how my journey is going. I bring along with me this picture. No, don't laugh. My journey is like this. 飛行棋. At that time, I applied for quite many jobs. A factory job, I also applied factory jobs. And also I applied audit job. And I applied for a bank. And luckily the bank offered me a job. Then, for even number of the dice, I started the aeroplane. I started managing trainee. And then a few years later, I joined another bank to become the operation people. Operation. Because from the trainee period, I learned how the bank is going to do business and I love the operation. And again, another bank, they recruit people and then I joined the bank as an operation people, doing branch operation, managing branch people. And then at those time, IT is advancing very rapidly, and banks taking advantage of IT technology to grow the business. And then I think this is an opportunity, so I try to get into the IT field. You know, in Hong Kong, you engineering only study 2 papers of IT. And that's why I think my IT skill is very, very insufficient. So in my spare time, I took a postgrad program on IT, object design, structure design, those things. And I think I'm not very good in that area. Honestly, I'm not very good in that area. And I think I'm good in management. So I take project management. I focus myself on project management. I start reporting to me on technical things. I still can manage his work through project management. Did they still have project management course in this program? In IS they have, okay. Did non-IS people can join this project management? No. But anyway, if you like IT, then you need to start planning yourself in this area. There are lots of courses and subjects around for you to apply. The association is still there, right? The PM period, of course, right? So at that time, I took the Hong Kong U postgrad program to equip myself with IT skills so that I can manage my people. And then a few years later, the bank is moving towards a strategy. They are setting up a new strategy department, and I was able to sell myself to the head, and then we start together for this strategy. And you may notice why I jump so fast, because really, you know, 飛行棋 there's a way where you come here and then you can jump over there, right? So I take advantage of this high fast track and jump towards a strategy position. And from this strategy, I was able to travel around Asia area. I go to 10 countries around Asia, Taiwan, Singapore, Malaysia, blah 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 blah, and give myself more exposure to the banking to the IT elements. And then next. How come I come back? Because the department was full at that time. Full. 接埋. Why? Because the bank was moving their regional office to Singapore and they closed the Hong Kong office and asked me whether you are going to go to Singapore. I said no. And then they tried to find internal position and I go to the other position, which is a merchant bank, area. You know merchant bank? Yeah, as a consultant over there. And then I move on. Because of my regional experience, I travel a lot. They think this is good for them, so I was given this position to lead a consulting team. And then I move on to a regional office, regional operation, regional fly. I was flying. 80% of the time was not in Hong Kong. I thought only 20% of the time in Hong Kong. This is my life at the time. But at the time I was young, I like travel around. I like travel. Now also I like staying. It's a difference. And then I move on to what we call CRM, the customer relationship management strategy. I move on because the bank tried to move this strategy, and then I try to take advantage of every new opportunity. And then I try to sell myself to the new manager. I can do it for you because I have IT experience, I have regional experience, I have blah, 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 blah. And then you take me on, and then I have them. And then I move on to do data warehousing. Because at that time, this bank was very keen on building their data inventory, data capability. And they were trying to build data warehouse. You know, data warehouse is it's a very, very difficult subject. But I was given this opportunity. Why? Because I told them, I know how you can use data warehouse to help the business. You people know how to build data warehouse. I know why business look for data, and they want me to do that bridge. was doing that bridge. Every time you must think how you position yourself to this new challenge. And then right now, I work in another bank in what we call data management, because they have the new position that I apply for the job, and I came to this position. Ups and downs, folded, expanded, I feel all kinds of things. Now to recap, my journey, there are some key elements to navigate through this ever-changing environment. Continue education. Don't give up learning new things. You must keep learning. Data warehouse, I know nothing about data warehouse. I know nothing about banking. I know nothing about IT. Then I need to take extracurricular study. When everybody go to bar, go to disco, go to karaoke, I go to school. You must be able to tell yourself, because I was using cost correction. The other important element is you need to keep a radar of what's happening around you. Oh, this bank has new department setting up. They are trying to talk to the boss. Do you want me to join you? And who are you? I'm Benny. What kind of skill you have? And then you sell yourself. 1 minute presentation. Still remember my 1 minute presentation. This is the key. I want to use one Chinese word, one Chinese word to recap how to make a successful career in a changing environment. 50% attitude, 50% aptitude, 50-50, no more, no less. And it takes you to be a tiger woods. And that single Chinese word is this word. You know this word? You know this word? Win. Or, by the way, do you understand this word? I learned it from Shanghai airport. They put this word in and they have this explanation. Look at this word. If you want to be successful in a career, the mouth, communication power is very important. And then look at this. This part, the middle part, is a Chinese word called bui, which is shell. What does it mean? Shell in the old time is about money, right? So you must well equip yourself in order to be successful. And then look at this part. Yun is a moon. It's a moon. In Chinese, Yun stands for something like 歲月 and time and things like that. So to me, this is called incessant. You must continue time over time to make your effort time over time. Every day. And then look at this part. It's called what? Fun. What's fun? Normal. Your very elemental concept. So this is attention to detail. Every day, plan your career. Every day, make something improve your career journey. You keep yourself every day, from every day, every minute, every second, every day. And the last one, die. What does die mean in a Win character? That means it's a give and take. Don't take short-term profits. You may be able to give something out before you get the big return. So you must have the courage to die small and win big. You know what I mean? So this is how I see to be successful in career. So I ended my presentation. So I pass the time to Michael.
Today's topic is about build your online branding, and I'm working in this media group. I'm sure none of you nowadays buy a newspaper or next magazine, but you probably will have an app with your iPhone or iPad. Every day we stream out about 10 million videos to our audiences. We have about 6,000 people, and we have 600 people just doing animation every single day. So every day what you see, the animated news or action news, are the products of 600 people in Taiwan. And my title is a Chief Information Officer. Anyone know what CIOs do? Huh? You know CEO, you know CFO, you know COO, but you don't know CIO, right? CIO means answering questions of the big boss. If not, CIO means career is over. So it's important you know how to answer your big boss questions and answer your users' question, answers your peers' question, your staff's question. And today I'll talk about how to build your online branding to answer some question if you want to find your first job. Because many of you are year one student. I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 years later, if you want to find a good job, don't only go to the classified post or jobs TV, you probably go to LinkedIn, you probably go to some other social network. But more importantly, me as an employer, I will go to the social network to find you. I will not post something in a jobs TV or classified post, because every time I post it, hundreds of letters will fly in, and nothing I can do except randomly draw a CV, have a look. If I cannot finish the first page, I'll dump it out, I'll pick another one. This is the way I do it. But if I go to search for your social profile, I'll probably find some good candidates, or good student for my job. So basically, that set of slides or presentations about build your online branding and advance your career with social media. So first of all, a question. What do you think? Your career, your destiny, is a choice, not chance. True or false? Anyone not using Facebook? Anyone using Twitter? Anyone post your Twitter tweets to the internet? Good. A few. Anyone update your status to Facebook? Okay, good. Most of you, your status in your Facebook actually will ruin your job. So be careful. So what is social media exactly? Many, you guys use a lot of social media, right? So social media is like, I like fishball in Hong Kong. I like curry fishball. That's Facebook. And I'm eating a fishball with a hash. So I tweeted. I tweeted that I'm eating a fishball. So anyone can search fishball in Twitter and find the tweets. Or Weibo can do that as well. This is where I eat my fishball. I log it in a Foursquare or Jiepang. Anyone using Foursquare? Good. If you go to the stage, Just go to any big city. Facebook, Twitter, and Foursquare are the three main social networks in the state. So you better try it out. It's like a game. It's a very fun to use. Some others, Instagram. Anyone using Instagram? Good. So I took a photo and posted to Instagram. Here's the photo of my favorite fishbowl. I use Instagram. I have an Instagram plugin in my blog, so people can see my photos through the Instagram. And when you see, well, of course, YouTube. You see I'm eating a fishball. I take a video of myself when I'm eating a fishball, and I post to YouTube. Okay. LinkedIn. Anyone have your CV in the LinkedIn? Okay. Later on, let you show me your LinkedIn CV profile. But later on, I'll tell you a better way or a smarter way to build your online CV. Lastly, anyone using Pinterest? Okay, for your food recipe? Or for what else? Your beloved books or photos? All of these are popular social networks. Not many of you are using now, but that's fine. Start today. Rebuild your social network. It means something. I'll tell you later how to build a better online branding with all these social networks. But social network is about public relations. Public relations not only to your friends, but to your future potential employer, your hiring manager. That's important. Just don't post all the stuff you are eating, all the cartoons, all the game status to the Facebook, because it won't help you to find a job. And social network is about customer service. What if you know something really good? What if you can answer your friends or your hiring manager's questions? This is about customer services. Social network is about loyalty building. You want followers. For those who are working with using Twitter, how many followers you have? 100, 200, 300, 1,000? You build loyalty by posting some useful tweets. You post useful Facebook status such that people will subscribe your Facebook wall. It's loyalty building. It's about collaboration. Exchange ideas with your friends, with your colleagues. It's about networking, of course. That's social networking. But more importantly is the next slide. It's about thought leadership. If I want to hire someone, if I search the Facebook of my candidates, if I can tell they're really good in networking, collaboration, loyalty building, customer services, I want to check whether they're really good in something. They really have a leadership. If yes, I will call them, I will email them to arrange an interview. We have over 100 audience today, and I bet most of the CVs looks the same. I can tell. Every CVs of you guys that look the same. And how can I tell? You all have the similar education background, similar professional certification, similar experience, similar projects. How can I pick the right one? So, if you have a paper and a pen, list out all your online social network you're already using. But take your time because you have this slide already. So you can do it after the class. I'll just continue, but finish this worksheet later. You probably know what you need to do. Okay. But item 1 is list out all your online social network. So the topics, I will talk about why the need of online branding, what is online branding, and the tools and how-tos, and then the Q&A with Benny and Janet. Why? I'm lucky enough, I work in IT, and my first computer is probably as the size of that room. I don't have a keyboard, I use a punch card. Anyone use a punch card computer before? Have you seen one? You know, I'll give you a 5, okay. I need to insert a quarter to a vending machine to get 100 punch card, and I wrote all my program with punch card. And then feed to an operator through a small window. And then he or she will run our program. And then in the 1980s, of course, we have the PCs, the personal computers. In the 90s, with the internet, that's about 1993, 94, 95, when Escape 1.0 got famous. And now, you probably heard the term called SOLOMO, S-O-L-O-M-O. Ever heard of it? SOLOMO means social, location, and mobile. Nowadays, most of the apps in your iPhone or your Android is actually one of the SOLOMO apps. If you want to find a job for the future, you may probably search for these keywords: social, location-based, or mobility, mobile-based. And some of you may have heard of a new term called cloud computing or green computing. Anyone using cloud computing? Actually, every one of you is already using cloud computing because of Gmail or Facebook. Everything is cloud computing. And this is one famous cloud. It's called 6 Legs Pig. The pig head, the pig tail with 6 legs. This cloud was in UK 4 or 5 years ago. And it's so famous, and it got its own book. If you go to Amazon.com, search for CAS, Cloud Appreciation Society, search for CAS, and you will find a book about many beautiful clouds. And this is one of the clouds, and I bought this picture for this presentation. Cloud computing is important because in the next 20, 30 years, everything is going to be cloud-based. So if you're in IT or non-IT, try to find something that is cloud-related. May help your career. So I just mentioned SOLOMO, the newcomers, social, location, mobile-based. But the important thing is, what's your worth, your social value? If me as a hiring manager, how can I tell your social value is higher than the others? Than the other that I search in Google search engine. Anyone search your name in Google search engine? No result. For those who search, is it ranked number 1? No? Okay. Too common. Okay. Actually, I have a very common name as well. And I tried very hard in the last few years. I managed to only the number 2 in the search result page. But let me tell you why later, why search your name is important. Okay. The second task I want you to do with your piece of paper is list out your expert areas. Even though you are the year 1 student, list out your expert area. Even if you like food, that's fine. Because you can be a good chef. You can be a good chef of a 3-star restaurant. That's fine. The point is, it's time to use a new way to develop your career. I personally don't believe in CV anymore. I believe in referral. Referral because through my social network. So what is online branding? It is, what do you want to be known for? Think about it. You don't want to be known for just a City University Hong Kong student. You don't want to be just a 20-something graduates. Think about it. What do you want to be known for? Next question to answer is, who do you want to be known to? You just want to impress your friend, sit beside you, or to impress your future hiring manager like Benny, or like any other CIO, CEO, COO, CFO, CTO. I think you all are pretty known for well equipped with good computer, good cameras, good gadgets. But it won't help you to find a job. Okay. Previously, I asked you to list out all your expert area. Now list out who do you want to belong to. Not only the hiring manager, probably someone you know that he or she have a big network that can find you a job, can help you to land a good job in a big bank. If that's the case, if he or she is your target, what would you like to do? Will you connect to her or him in LinkedIn? Send him a message? Or would you connect to him or her in Facebook? Send him a birthday wish? Think about it. Not only post your pictures, your cat, your dog to Facebook, but something that can help you to find a job. So, as I mentioned, I don't believe in CV again. I believe in tell the hiring manager your stories. How you achieve something, how you finish your project. It's not a one-liner in your CV. It's to tell the hiring manager that how much time, how much effort, how you get over all the obstacles to finish the project. That's more important than just one line in your CV. Okay. Tell them your stories. If you have a CV, how many pages you have in your CV? 2, 3 pages? 2? Okay. 2 pages. Good. Or 1? Yes. The first 10, 15 lines are very important, actually. To old guys like me or Benny, the CV may be 10, 15 pages. 20 pages. But similar to you, I highlight everything in the first 2 pages. Because no one will flip through, no one will print out 15 pages of CV. They will just flip through. Anyway, there are dozens of CV waiting for him or her to browse. Write down the best story about yourself. The next task after the class, think about it. What's your best story? And how you combine it to your CV. So, how? Other than LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, we have other social networks like Flickr or Blogger. Anyone using Blogger? Okay, good. Anyone using Flickr? Okay. Use it while you can. I don't know when Yahoo will close it down, but it's very good photo sharing social network. Benny mentioned this very famous line, you never get a second chance to make a good first impression. So what if I receive a CV with an email address, hellokitty@google.com? What if your email address is gundam202 blah 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 blah? Do you think that email address will impress me, or? Okay. What if your social network is www.facebook.com/hellokitty? Will that impress me? So think about it. Just by these little things, I can tell whether you are really keen or really serious about your social network or online branding. So first thing first, keep your current social network name fine, but get a proper name of your own name to start building another social network, another phase of yourself. Okay? Don't try to use some funny, silly, humorous name as a social network name. It's a killer. Okay? And before all the next steps, the first thing first is become an expert in an industry. Like here, the Exchange Square in Hong Kong. If you want to be an expert in like in financial industry, even you are studying IT, just follow Benny's suggestion. Learn something new outside your current courses or classes. I have a practice every year around that time, end of the year. I will check the best book of the year in Amazon.com, find some books that I have no interest or I don't really know what are they all about, and then I bought the books. And then try to train up myself for next year or two, if those are the best book of the year. If you go to the Amazon.com tonight, go to the business and innovation or investment, or go to the internet, you will find the best book of the year. And then try buy a book or two to inspire yourself during the Christmas holiday. Step one, as I mentioned, use good name in Facebook, in Twitter, in Google, in LinkedIn. More importantly, make it all the same. If you use the name Mary Chan in Facebook, try facebook.com/Mary Chan, try twitter.com/Mary Chan, try google.com/profiles/Mary Chan. Make it all the same because it will improve your search engine optimization that I will again talk about later. Make the names consistent across all social networks. Set up your own blog and online bio or CV. Anyone have your own blog? Is the blog use your own name? Yes? Smart students in this class. Okay. Yes. But let me show you a online bio, online CV of President Obama. That's Obama's online CV. His photos, his contact, his videos, his moment, and history can believe in his famous line 4 years ago. Anyone have your online CV like this? Okay, good. Remember that name, visocv.com. Go there and create your online CV. So you have good names, you have your own blog, you have your online CV. Focus your expert area that you jot down in the worksheet before, and then share it to your own blog, share it to the social network. Tell people that you're good in those areas. Keep your blog, Facebook wall alive, tidy and up to date. In most of cases, you have a lot of game status update in your Facebook wall, and you have some other photos by your friends about some game news or cats or dogs. That's fine. If you want to tell people that you are really an expert in cats and dogs, that's fine. Some of your aspiration is to become a good caretaker of pets. That's fine. That's a career itself as well. Select your online friends carefully because your wall will show your friends' posts. If you're going to start up your separate career-ready social network, try select your online friends carefully. Follow some big names, such that your wall will show some big news, some news in depth. some news with weight in your social network. Search engine optimization. I mentioned that you use the consistent name of across all your social network. So, and also in your blog post or in the status you are sharing, try to include some keywords and the keywords people care about. For example, when iPad just released a new version, I will immediately write a blog post, iPad versus Kindle, because I believe people will search those keywords in Google in that evening. Then they will go to my blog and they will find my name. Try to create blog posts and with those keywords to facilitate SEO. For those of you who have LinkedIn, you know in LinkedIn there's a feature called recommendations. Let's say you finish a project, you ask the professor, hi, Jenna, could you write me something good about my project in LinkedIn? Okay. Let's say Janet wrote 2 lines on how you do it in your LinkedIn recommendation section. Then put these 2 lines to your online CV. Put these 2 lines to your blog post. Put these 2 lines to even to your signature of your email. Janet just said, I'm a good student, finished the project brilliantly. Okay, that's important. Make use. Those information are useful to your career. Have you ever considered put in those recommendations from your peer or recommendations from your tutor in your CV? Every CV I browse through, there's nothing about the comments or recommendations from others. Think about it. Okay. In previous slide, and also in this worksheet, I have those items. So think about yourself, how many items you have accomplished, like the good name or consistent name in social network, like make your wall post clean and then keep sharing your expert areas. If you've finished or accomplished 4 or 5, then you have a pretty good chance to have a good online branding. This is a student's official CV. David is studying in Oklahoma, I think. OK State, EDU. Oklahoma State University. Even you're a student, you can build an online CV like this, with pictures, with what you're doing, any references, who will help you a bit when you apply a job. This is another one. That lady have a very good introduction of herself in that online CV. And what she's studying, she also put in her digital portfolio, professional societies she joined, and any campus leadership. So unlike a typical black on white CV, that lady built a CV like this. That's another one that includes the video. That gentleman studied copywriting and design, so he put in some work of his own in the CV. So in your CV, do you have video, audio, PowerPoints? That CV can do this. Okay. Of course, that's online CV for this gentleman will be visualcv.com/David McLean. David McLean is the name that you can find his CV. So it's not like visualcv.com/Ironman. That's no point. Okay, so make it your brand. Okay, I'll show you an example of a gentleman called Jeff Peterson. Check this big item. Jeff Peterson has a personal blog called www.jeffpeterson.com, and then facebook.com/jeffpeterson, Twitter, LinkedIn, Visual CV, Foursquare, Google, SlideShare, all have the same name. That's why I asked you to do that, to make it consistent across all social networks. And if we have a check of his social network, this is his personal blog about social media. This is his Facebook. This is his Twitter. Now, let me show you this. Can you see this? 32,000 following, 32,000 followers, and 3,000 tweets. For those who are using Twitter, how many tweets you have posted? That's his LinkedIn profile. That's his Visual CV profile. This is SlideShare profile. Anyone using SlideShare? No? If in your class, in your school days, if you finish some really good presentation of slides, post it there and share to everybody in the world. This is slideshare.com. All these social network or website use the same name and same pictures. And I hope you can do this as well. Make it consistent. If you can do that. Okay, I asked before, have you searched your name? So anyone search your name frequently? What about Hong Kong ID? You didn't search your Hong Kong ID? How can you tell someone is not exposing your personal information? No? Okay, anyway, there's a gentleman called Adam Bernstein. He knows that someone will search their own name. Someone will search their own name. He knows that. And he wants to find a job in big 4A company, the advertising firm. He knew that the 4A CEO will search their own name. So he went to the Google, paid some money, $3-4 for certain names. So the creative director, Ian Renfrew, searched his name and then he find Adam Bernstein's advertisement. That gentleman posts his name as an advertisement. And then when this creative director searched his name, that advertisement came out and said, "Hey Ian, Google yourself is a lot of fun, hire me is fun too." All he used was $3-4 and he landed his job to a big 4A company without sending out a CV, without giving Ian a call, just by an advertisement in Google. Have you ever think about advertise your own name in Google? Think about it. It's a very famous case in social network and Google search engine. Okay. So I mentioned many good things about building your own social network, but what are the risks? The risks. Paul Adam. I don't know whether you know Paul Adam. Anyone using Google Plus as a social network? Okay. Paul Adam is the brain behind the Google Plus. He created the term Google Circle. Okay. He believed in all of my world you have different group of friends, like college friends, like surfing friends, family, or New York friends, if he lives in New York. That is the offline circles. But in online world, everybody is your friend, and that is the risk. So if you get drunk, your friends post a photo of you, tag you, and then your hiring manager will probably see that picture, and you know that he or she will know that you get drunk in the weekdays. Then that's no good. So this is the risk. So summary, it's a lot of hard work. Have you wondered my slide or Benny's slide? There's not many words, just a lot of photos. Think about it, if you need to do a presentation to a hiring manager with lots of lines and bullets and words, sorry, I won't hire you. Only do the right things. Always do the things right. Okay, this is one of the very famous pictures taken in 1960s. So who's the first one who landed on the moon? Who just passed away? Armstrong. Right. Okay, great. So who's the second one landed on the moon? You know, he just 30 seconds behind Armstrong. The photos you can find on the internet about the footprint on the moon surface is actually from the second astronaut, not Armstrong's. But no one knows him anymore. It's Buzz Aldrin. So if you go to the Wikipedia search for Buzz Aldrin, then you know that he's the second one who lands on the moon. He was in the same spaceship right after Armstrong. My request to you from this picture is to be the first to review your social networks. Don't be the second one. As I will talk, I'll go through the same set of slides to art universities. Some of them will be the first as well. So be your first to review a good social network. And the very next step is to go through the topics I mentioned, review your stuff, and you can contact me before my social network. I tried my very best, but I couldn't secure Instagram and SlideShare. All the others I secured in the past many years. So send me emails, go to my blog, connect with me with social network. 2 years ago, I did that talk, and one of you joined my company as a data analyst. So I hope in the near future, one of you will join my company as well. And remember, the key message is the takeaway message. CV is no longer good enough. It's good, but not good enough. You have to make your CV a lot better. Tell your story, not work or project history. Promote your expertise via social network. Target all channels, not only Facebook. All channels, because Google will retrieve all the results of you. They are not only just deliver the Facebook result. And last item, to me is important because the youngsters nowadays don't wish it were easier, wish you were better than others outside the classroom, outside the university. Okay. Okay, Q&A. Yes.
My question is, okay, besides changing my name, I'm Leo, I don't want to change, I become the John or...
You don't need to.
So, does it still